Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Just this channel, God of mercy. Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Asa and it's nice to have you here. Well, in this video, I'll be talking about how possible it is to live a full month on just $25. That is 33,000 naira. Well, this is a lot of people's reality, a lot of youth's reality currently in Nigeria, people serving. So during the Nysc core, the salary is currently 33,000 naira and you're expected to survive on that amount of money. Yes, your PPA, that is where you are working at, may provide you very little insignificant stipends, but it's best not to put your hopes in that because several PPAs do not pay. I have a book here. I wrote down some things. The first thing I would advise you to do is always negotiate with your PPA. Don't just go and just get your letter or your posting approved. You have to go with your own terms too. First off, they are meant to provide accommodation for you. We were told on camp. They either provide accommodation for you or they have to pay you a little more money that can make you able to afford rent in that city where you're serving. When you go to your PPA, try to negotiate with your employer. Don't just go there and like, oh, we approve your posting and start working. Don't do that. If possible, go there with a list of things. I wrote down what I was going to tell my employer when I came here for the first time. So you should have that list with you, what you think you can work with. Rent issue, and paying rent is no joke. I remember paying rent comes with water. You have to get water, you have to pay for power, stuff like that, and you also have to pay for transport if the place you are living or renting is far from where you are working. That's why you have to insist on accommodation from your employer. If you don't have accommodation, then tell them peacefully to reject you, or they can pay you a better amount of money. But I can tell you that there are very few places that are working under the NYS or working in conjunction with NYSC scheme that won't pay anything more than 10,000 naira. That's the reality. They just want to use you. So you have to insist on that accommodation part. I've talked about rent. You have to cancel that whole idea of paying rent if possible. So you have to negotiate with your employer and tell them, look, you either give me accommodation or reject me. Yes, it's that simple. Now, move on to the next part. Bills won't be there if you're not paying rent. So I'll just move the bills aside, okay? Except they let you know that you'll be paying for your own utilities. But except that happens, they should be covering it for you, which is the situation in my own case. Then let's move forward. You're not paying rent, so we go down to the next big elephant in the room, which is food. We all know the situation in Nigeria with the cost of feeding. Now, food inflation is at a crazy rate of over 30-something%, which that figure is false, because rice last year was at, I think, 1,400 naira per mudu, and now we are buying it at 2,200 naira per mudu. So you can't tell me it's 30%. I will not believe it. I don't know what those economists are doing, but it's not 30%. Now, feeding currently eats up a lot of your money, depending on how much you eat. But I drafted out a timetable that I make use of that limits me to eating just 15,000 naira in a month. I don't mean it up to that amount in a month, but rounded off. This 15,000 includes my food and the gas I use in a month. Now my food is roughly costs me about, give or take, 12,000 naira. Then I buy gas of 2.5 kg, which I don't finish in a month, by the way. And before you ask, I cook every single day. So if you want me to make a separate video of how to manage that amount of money for food, that is 15,000 naira, please let me know and I'll make a video on that. So that's by the way. So like I said, you should be budgeting to spend about 15,000 naira on food, and this includes cooking gas too. Now the next part is transportation. So for transport, I expected a total of 4,000 naira. Why? 4,000 is because I use it 1,000 per week. That's my own reality here in Jos. I don't know for other places. I for one know that Abuja is ridiculously expensive. For the few times I visited Abuja during my breaks, like when I'm on break here in Jos, I go and stay with my sister and my aunt in Abuja. So I know that in a day, give or take, you're spending around 2,000 naira on transport in Abuja. But here in Jos, my transport is capped at 1,000 naira a week and then 4,000 a month. And this 4,000 a month is like the maximum, like it's the highest I can spend in a month on transportation. Now, the next thing is healthcare. Now, lucky us that are youth corpers, we have health insurance. So for me, I've fallen sick, like seriously ill, just once since I came to Jos, and it was covered in my health package. So I just had to go to the hospital within my area where I was posted, and everything was fine. I didn't pay anything. Some people say they go to the hospital and they don't pay for card. I did not pay 1 naira in the hospital. There is also room for miscellaneous. We're all humans, so sometimes we may have cravings, sometimes we want to just splurge and spoil ourselves a little bit. Like I said, a little bit. Don't go and finish your whole money saying that you want to spoil yourself or take yourself out. Don't do something like that. 3,000 naira is enough to cover that part, okay? You may want to buy 1 or 2 things, omo, soap and stuff like that. And also for us that make our hair, your weaving your hair can cost as high as 1,000 and stuff like that. Next is savings. I don't know for other people, but as a youth corper, you have to have a little bit of savings. It must not be so big, but it's something to start with, and it's a good way to build your savings culture. As a youth corps member, I always advise that you save at least 30% of your money. So that will bring us to about, give or take, 9,900 naira, but I sum it up to 10,000 in a month. So you're saving 10,000 in a month. And I want to say something. Like I said, all of this would only work if you make it work. Now some of you will be like, how can she put transportation for 4,000? Is she crazy? I'm not crazy. Now, I limit all my outings that are not working to just 1 day in the week. Now, my CDS days are Thursdays. So I limit my going to market to that Thursday. I limit going to go and see a place that I want to take a video of or picture of to that Thursday. Everything is on Thursday. You understand? So, except I'm being paid to go there, but every other thing that people leave their house to go and do is on Thursday. That's basically that. I had to just add that in. So if you're thinking it can't work, I'm telling you that it can work. And if you think you eat more than the average person, then you can direct some funds from other parts like miscellaneous, because men do not buy pad. Men don't spend money making hair like we women do. So you tell me we spend up to the 3,000 complete each single month. Understand? So you can direct some money into food. Now that part again is the aspect of the food calculations that we did. Like I said, I have a list of things I buy each month. It doesn't change except the seasons change. It's also, like I said, buying what's in season. I think I've covered all of that. All I needed to cover in this video. So let's just see what everything amounted to, shall we? Now let's do our total. The first thing was rent. So we are using 0 naira for rent. Transport, we capped transport at 5,000. There is healthcare. Healthcare is 0 naira because you're covered under the health insurance scheme. Food was capped at 15,000. As food plus cooking gas, it's 15,000. Then miscellaneous is 3,000. Then your savings is approximated to 10,000 naira. So let's all see what our total would be. Our total would be 33,000 naira. This total amount of the 3,000 is coming out at about $24. So this is how I live with under $25 monthly in Jos Nigeria. Tell me if you can try this. You let me know if it works for you. If you can't, then tell me what your reasons are. If the transportation will not work, if the feeding will not work. I want to hear your comments in the comment section below. Please let me know. Thank you for watching. And if you're yet to subscribe, please do. Don't be a stranger. Leave a like and share to your friends. And see you on the next one. Bye.